What's up everyone, John from Beyond ARTV coming at you with a quick movie review. I asked you guys on Twitter if you thought I should talk about Ted 2, which I just saw earlier today or not, and pretty much the answer was an overwhelming yes. Not overwhelming, but you know, a few people tweeted me and were just like, yeah, I'd be curious to see what you thought of it. I was a pretty big fan of the movie Ted. The original one, as stupid as it may have been in parts, I'm a sucker for stupid comedy. Things like Family Guy, things of that nature. Obviously, Seth MacFarlane, the mind behind Family Guy, the same guy who directed and created Ted and that sort of thing, and is also the voice of Ted, who happens to sound a lot like Peter Griffin. First movie played out, Mila Kunis played the love interest of Mark Wahlberg in this film, and the basic plot revolves around the fact that John Bennett is a guy that is best friends with a teddy bear that came to life because of a magical wish. And along those lines, a lot of comedic things ensue and that sort of thing, lots of chaos. And in the second film, John Bennett has gotten divorced from Mila Kunis, has moved on to Amanda Seyfried, who is in Daredevil, I believe. I believe that's the same girl from the Daredevil series that I really enjoyed on Netflix. Anyways, I thought she was really good in this film, actually. She was likable, and I thought that some of the things that she did were a little bit just too quirky and a little bit too perfect to fit with John's personality in this movie, aka Mark Wahlberg. And it was just like, okay, there's plenty of bong and weed jokes, and we kind of get it. You guys hit it off and you click there, and she's not like the traditional lawyer because that's the role that she plays in this film. Basic plot here, she's the lawyer that is trying to help Ted prove that he is a human, because that's what they're trying to rule in this film. Basically, Ted is no longer married to Tammy Lynn. Him and his wife are fighting. They can't adopt a kid. They can't do anything because of the fact that Ted is no longer recognized as a human being. And you bring in a lot of different things. There's so many different plot points in this film that I felt that some of the character development kind of got lost in there. We didn't really get to know Amanda Seyfried's character that well. Am I saying that right? Amanda Seyfried? Anyways, in this film she played Samantha, aka Sam Jackson, Leslie Jackson, and they made a joke about that, and there were a few things that just were just like super corny that I just couldn't quite get past. I was like, oh, that was really cheesy. But then there were so many jokes that just landed. So many jokes that landed big time. And of course, the character of Donnie was another breakout performance in this one. He was in the first film as the one who kidnapped Ted. You might remember he was the creepy looking dude with the mustache and the fat son that really just wanted Ted for their very own. Well, he's back and he's trying to turn Ted into this mass-produced product. They want to find out what makes him work, since he's no longer recognized as a human and is now looked at as just property, and that's devastating to Ted. He's upset. There's a lot of stuff going on with Ted just like wandering around New York City because they went up there to see this lawyer. Like I said, there were so many plot points that jumped from like being in court to a road trip sort of, and I was just like, okay, I'm kind of following along here. They really want this romance between Amanda and Mark Wahlberg to happen, and it's like, okay, we get it there. You're kind of throwing it in our face at this point. But I'm not gonna say that I didn't enjoy this film, because I did for the most part. I felt like the end of the movie was kind of super predictable, especially with some of the stuff that happened between Ted and John and that sort of thing, and I didn't exactly see a few things coming, but for the most part you could pretty much completely call. The acting in this film was as good as it could be. It was as good as the writing. It's as good. They did with the material what the writing gave them, if that makes sense. So it's not to say that it was bad per se, it's just that some of it was just really cheesily delivered, but I can't really blame that on the actors, because it was mainly probably a writing choice and they were just doing what they could with the lines they were given. So anyways, for Ted 2, there were definitely some things where they got the comedic timing right, and some moments where you will laugh out loud just because of how hysterical and off the wall and maybe just a little bit edgy and borderline either. I don't even know. I'm not going to give it away. There's some stuff in there that'll just really make you laugh though. And of course, Patrick Stewart doing the voiceover in the beginning again, of course, that's always great to hear, and doing the little outro at the end of the film. So I did enjoy it, but it could have been a lot better, considering I really did enjoy the first Ted movie. So anyways, for me personally, I'm going to go with a 3 out of 5. Let me know what you thought in the comments section down below, and don't forget to hit that like button to let me know that you're enjoying movie reviews. I have been doing those lately, just pretty much every time I see a film, I decide to go ahead and give you some brief thoughts on it. So if you guys are enjoying the movie reviews, let me know with a comment down below, and let me know if there's other movies you want me to see and talk about. Of course, there's a few other ones that I'm thinking about seeing. That new one with Jesse Eisenberg and the girl from Twilight, Kristen Stewart. I'm excited about that one, honestly. I definitely want to see that one because I rewatched Adventureland recently, and that was a fucking fantastic movie. Anyways, guys, I got a little off track there, but anyways, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more movie reviews, track reviews, music news, that sort of thing, and I will see you very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.